taking off the
This is
motherfucking
Ben.
set.
We're back on BMB Muay Thai. Final days until the big MTAAC 3 event. Today I am joined by my special guest, Octavian, the Slim Reaper Martin, fighting out of the House of Muay Thai. Welcome to you, sir, and happy belated birthday.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's always
It
fun
feels
when
good
your
to be
birthday falls
28.
on fight week, right?
Yeah. I want some cake, but not yet.
I
Not
was
yet.
just going to ask you. I was figuring no cake this week, but what you got planned for this weekend after the fights? You got any celebration plans?
Nothing like hard set yet. I just think just because I stay focused on like one thing. But I will say my bad. No, you're fine. Uh, I will say, it's nice to be able to fight so close to home because then I can make, if I want to do some planning or something last second, a lot of the family will be around, so
Yeah, cool.
we'll figure something out.
Well, please, if you don't mind, just take a moment to talk about how this matchup came up for you, and how your training camp has been going.
Yeah, so I had seen, I think early, like middle of August, that MTAC was coming back around this time, or for November 1st. I saw the post, and I just asked Jake because we had been talking. I was like, it's leading up to going to Thailand. Career wise, like we know that this year was gonna be last year as an amateur, and it would be really nice to be able to fight back home.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of times, a lot of my fights are either you know, in other people's home states or not even in America.
Yeah,
So to be able to have the chance to fight back in Maryland, where I'm from, where I grew up, where I love, miss every single day, um, is a blessing. I was glad that we got the matchup. I was glad that it happened as fast as it did, really, because during that time we were getting ready for WKAs, and I was supposed to do Warriors Cup in September. So it
mm,
wasn't like I was really getting a break, which I was fine with. I like to stay in fight camp. I think it's good for like my mental and
mhm.
for it
Oh, your
to be able to be, you know,
no, your
yeah,
audio had
be able to
dropped
be
out
like,
there for a
the week of my
second.
birthday and all that stuff was kind of perfect. Oh, can you hear me?
I can now. Yeah, it had just
Hear
dropped
me?
out for a couple
Okay, yeah.
seconds there.
No, yeah, I was saying just for it to be able, like I said, it being in Maryland, we wanted to definitely get my name out there. I was glad that it got matched up as fast as it did. And we didn't hesitate. We were like, yeah, absolutely, we're gonna take it. I've stayed in fight camp since probably June. I've had a couple fights fall through, and then like I said, we had the WKs, and then I was supposed to defend my belt on Warriors Cup, but unfortunately we had some transportation issues as well there. So the fight camp's been long. It's been brutal because it's been so long. And I think the best part of this fight camp is I spent a lot of time training like my focus and my mental, um, just like performance wise, while also still being in like, just top physical shape because of the continuous training I've had to do because of the fights. So yeah, it's been a really good fight camp. Like I said, I'm really excited to be able to fight back home. I'm always excited to just be home. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend.
No, that's cool. So your last fight was WKA, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. How many fights did you have at WKA this year?
I only got to do one.
Okay.
So the guy I was supposed to fight, or I think he got hurt in a different bracket. And so then just fought for the championship. And it was a good fight. I got the W. I was happy about that.
Mhm.
Um and we had signed up for WKs kind of like a few weeks out because we weren't sure if we were really gonna do it. And while we were signing up for WKs, I got matched up for Warriors Cup. So we were like, all right, perfect. We do WKs, we do Warriors Cup, and then we do MTAC.
Nice.
Um,
You
so
got two
yeah.
out of three.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Especially because like over the summer, a lot of the fights that we thought we were gonna get kind of fell through.
mhm.
So
I'm sure at your level, it's always hard to find matchups that you know go through. But no, your opponent, you might have seen. I'm not sure. I spoke to him. He was super gracious and humbled for the opportunity to fight versus for the title. So good that you found a game opponent for this one. Uh,
yeah.
you mentioned Maryland being your home. I didn't know that about you. Where did you grow up in Maryland?
Yeah, I grew up in PG County. That's where I'm. That's where
Okay,
I'm born and raised. I only live in Virginia because I went to ODU. I went to college down here,
nice,
and
nice,
then once I graduated from ODU, I was like, I still want to keep fighting, so it kept me in Virginia.
cool.
Um, 757 is cool. I miss the DMV really bad all the time. I miss DC. I miss Maryland. I miss the family and the friends. But I think being down here has helped me go as far as I've gone.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I was back home, maybe not. Maybe
Maybe,
some
right.
distractions for sure.
Sure, sure. Yeah, you've been being out of your home area, away from some family and friends. You're focused on your training and your fighting more, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Understandable. Um, yeah, so it's kind of a special, situation that I know you mentioned that you're looking to travel to Thailand and start your pro
Mhm.
career soon. So this being potentially your last amateur fight, fighting for a WBC regional title and back in your home state of Maryland. That's pretty
Yeah.
significant, right? So just talk a little bit about, how that full circle moment, what that means to you.
I think like early on when I first started fighting, I did have I it was my second smoker, and shout out Jason from Level Up. He was hosting a lot of smoke. He hosts smokers every year.
Yes.
And that was my second fight. That was my second smoker ever. And it was a great one. Like, there's no winning and losing a smoker, but I
Sure.
won. And I
Right. You know.
remember looking out and I remember seeing all my family and my friends, and I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this. And that was in 2019.
Mm, mm,
Um, and that was the one and only time I ever fought in Maryland. So the closest I've gotten was Manassas, TCB. They always put on a good show, but
yeah.
I always told myself like if I ever get an opportunity to fight in Maryland, like gotta do it. Like we gotta do it. So I've
Yeah.
had like dreams of this for like years. Like I visualized it in my mind consistently. Just being able to fight out, like walk out, seeing friends and family,
Mhm.
going out, putting on a good performance. And to be able to do it for a WBC title, which is something that like there are a lot of guys that I've trained with that have WBC titles or you watch guys on IG who are, killers, monsters. Like this is like the path that there's that intimidation factor there, but it's also like I don't see it as like something to be scared of. I kind of see it as just like a challenge to get over, like a new level to unlock.
Mhm.
And to be able to be at a point where I can go for WBC regional title, after like seeing how I was in 2019 and now looking at 2025, it's kind of like, they always talk about how you have to like, visualize your dreams and stuff. Um, like it's happening. And now the big thing is not getting distracted by everything.
Right.
The focus is to go out there and perform at the highest level, perform where I'm free, and not let the fact that I get to fight in Maryland take over that, or not let the fact that like I got a lot of people there take
Yeah.
over that, not let the fact that like, yeah, I'm fighting for a WBC title get over that. It wouldn't matter if I was fighting anywhere else. Like if I want to make this dream come true that I've had,
Hmm.
then my focus is on being free in the ring and performing at a high level. So I'm very excited, but I'm also very focused, very, very focused.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, it's easy to let all of those other factors kind of get into your head and, you know, affect, how you hold yourself, carry yourself, and perform in the ring. But as you said, the fight is the fight, the ring is the ring, and
Hmm.
you're going to perform uh, the way that you want to, regardless of the outside circumstances, which is very
Yeah,
wise. Obviously, you've been doing this for a little bit, and um, you've learned the mental side of it as well as the Muay Thai skills. So that's cool. But also, just very excited for you that you do get to have that moment, and maybe we have you to thank as well for helping to manifest this situation that was a long time coming for the whole community. We've all been wanting this to come to fruition for a long time, and it's finally here. And again, we're just very happy that you get to be a part of it, especially since you're looking to move on to your pro career very soon. afterwards. So, but we'll see. There might be uh, some opportunities here to get some high level pros on
Yeah,
this event or a similar event in the not too distant future. So we'll keep working towards that. Talk a little bit
absolutely.
about um, you mentioned going to Thailand. I see it's on your social media. Um, you're raising money for an extended stay there to travel, to stay and train and to fight, I presume. So, do you want to talk a little bit about your campaign and what your goals are there?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll be leaving at the end of November. I'll be staying for about 3 months if I like, well, not if I like it. If I'm able to, I'm gonna
Mhm.
stay a little bit longer if I can for sure. But I want to make this like a yearly trip. Um, just because of like I'm excited to be able to kind of get away from responsibilities here to be able to just focus on, just fighting. Um, and I haven't had the chance to go yet. My teammate Landon, he got to spend about 8 or 9 months out there. And my plan was while he was out there at one point to go, but things didn't happen at that way. But uh, I think this will be good for me to be able to get, high level training and consistent work without having to deal with like certain distractors. Like, I'm at work right now. So to be able to just go over there and train 2, 3 times a day, study, be around the culture, the opportunities, because truth be told, there's a lot more fights out there, a lot more fighters to match up with.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm like going back to, you go pro, nobody knows me, nobody knows you. Like you got to earn it. You gotta build back up. And it's not that I don't have that mentality now, but when you start to like when you've done as much, I'm not like trying to like boost myself up or nothing, but like it honestly sometimes messes me up mentally. Like it honestly, like sometimes that pressure of like being like, oh, people call me, oh my God, you're on the fight card, I'm excited to see you fight. It's like I kind of hate that. So like I'm excited to go to the pros and be the up and comer again for sure.
I see.
um I'm gonna work really hard. My goal is to put as much into this as possible. Like you can't really have like go in there with a half mindset. Like you have to go in there with, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go live in this other country that I've never been to for an extended amount of time around people that, the gym I'm going to, from what I've seen, a lot of them don't really speak that much English, which is fine with me. Um,
Which gym are you planning to stay at?
I'm going to Pechindi,
Oh, nice. Nice.
uh, in Bangkok.
Yeah,
So,
I spent some time there as well. It's awesome gym.
yeah, they train really hard. They
Yeah.
work really, really hard, and I like that. So I'm just really, really excited, really excited.
Yeah, excited for you. Yeah, and just quick aside, again, you have your GoFundMe campaign on your social media, so anybody watching, please check it out. And
Yes,
what
please.
any small amount helps. Obviously, there's not much money in fighting, and you got to cover your living and training costs while you're over there.
Hmm.
You said you've never been there before. Do you like Thai food?
I do like Thai food. Yeah, I do. I do like Thai food. I
It's gonna
do.
be a little different over there. What's your favorite Thai dishes?
Pad Thai.
Okay, there you go.
It's probably my favorite
The
one.
old
Yeah.
classic. Well, you got to do some
Yeah.
experimenting when you get over there. There's so many countless good options. Can
Oh,
you?
send me a list. I need to try some new stuff for sure.
You don't need a list. You're just gonna walk down the street and you're gonna. All right, that
Just
looks
gonna
good.
throw
That
stuff
looks
at
good.
me.
Just hopefully you can. You like spicy food?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right,
Spicy food is good. Yeah, for sure.
different level, but yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So, what has been the biggest challenge you faced so far in your fighting career?
The biggest challenge is definitely myself. I have 7 losses, and 5 of those are split decision losses.
Oh wow.
And honestly, in all the losses, you'll see the kind of the same thing. Guys come up and say, "That was a really good fight. It was really close. You should have did more." You know what I mean? And so it's like when I go, like, I know what's wrong with me in the ring. Like, I know what's wrong in those losses,
Mm,
right? It wasn't necessarily the game plan. Jake makes a great game plan. It's not necessarily judges. I got to give the judges something to do. I can only control myself. I can only control my own actions.
mm,
And so, there are fights where I get too timid or I get too frustrated or I don't like what the ref is doing or telling me or if they're breaking that. I can't control that, right? Like I can only control my aggression level, my control. I can control trying to be first in exchanges and all that.
mm,
And so being a like the mental aspect is always the hardest part.
mm,
And I had that same, like, I used to play basketball at a pretty high level when I was in high school.
mhm,
And you have games where you drop 30 and then you have games where I can't make a layup. You know what
mhm,
I mean? And so it's like those fights where I feel free and I'm not holding myself back,
mhm,
whether I win or lose, that's kind of like I've kind of like gotten past that mindset. My best fights are when I don't care about necessarily winning or losing, is when I care about performing at the best level that I can perform at. I've fought some really good guys. Um, who I've beaten and who've also beaten me, and I've fought some guys that, you know, people would deem not necessarily on my level, but they fought freer than me and they were more confident. And so they were better that night. And you learn from that, you accept that and you move on. So that's always been like I think the hardest part is not holding myself back.
mhm,
And again, I've won fights where I've held myself back and I'm
mhm,
like, why did I fight like that? Right? So that was kind of like last year I think I had a really good year where I didn't have that issue and I won all those fights. But even the year before, some of the fights I've won and I was like my performance was bad because of me being in my head too much.
mhm.
And so I kind of thought to myself like, it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I'm too focused on that. I need to be focused on performing the right way, doing the things that I like to do, being creative and having fun.
Very well put. That's a great perspective that I think a lot of fighters could take something from. Right? It's not you can't always control, you know, what the other person is doing or what the judges are seeing, but you
Hmm.
can control yourself, what's going on internally, and how you feel in the fight, and that's your top priority. That's very interesting and
Yeah.
introspective. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
I have a ton of more questions I'd love to throw at you, but I don't want to take all of your time. I know you're on your lunch break at work and final preparation here. The fight is just a couple of days out. So this has
Sir.
been great. I'm really glad we got to catch up. And no, I'm just very excited to see you perform and all of the fighters on this very exciting stacked card
Oh no.
just a couple of days out. So again, thank you so much for taking the time, Octavian. Um, Best wishes in your final preparation here, and we look forward to seeing you perform on Saturday, November 1st. Any final mentions or shout outs you want to make before we wrap it up?
I just want to mention, well, honestly, I just want to shout out you guys. Be able to bring this level of a card and this level of production to Maryland is something that's much needed. Maryland is a hotbed for athletes, and Muay Thai is no exception to that. We have some of the best fighters coming out of the DMV, and I'm very excited to be able to perform on this card. Very excited to be able to be on an event of this caliber, and very honored to be on an event that's in a state that I love. So shout out to you guys. Again, sorry for the bad, communication this past couple weeks, but yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, no, it's all good. It's kind of cool that I think your interview will probably come out tomorrow, Friday, so you'll be the last one that people see before we all get excited to come watch the fight. So it all worked out just fine. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Well, you as well. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you Saturday.
You too, boss.
Thanks.